Holy Toledo Batman.
Do you need to get out and film?
Nah.
I'm standing in it. We'll see how deep it is. Goes down a little bit. Might drag the trailer across. Oh, I'll pull through. We just floated the trailer right on across that. Alright, so it's loaded up for the morning hunt. Gotta get on the mule, brave the waters. It's not raining, but we still probably have flood waters out there. Oh yeah, exactly. Those are our dry seats for the mule. So here we go. We are unleashed in Arkansas. No. It's like water, like pouring off of this.
Is there water on the bottom?
Get out the way! Cleared it! Well, we got out here this morning. We're in north central Arkansas. We're just a few miles from the state line. It's one of those mornings that you just don't know what you're going to get. We had tornadic activity come through last night, so we had a lot of rain. Got flash flooding going on. We had really, really high winds. It might have broken up the birds last night. We're just going to have to see what happens this morning. It's going to throw them off their patterns, whatever they've been doing. So hopefully they talk this morning. Apparently they've been talking out here. We're going after these well-educated easterns on this property. People have been out here hunting them. They're pressured by the properties surrounding. Got a good chunk of property here, a good chunk of birds, but they're going to be fun and hard to hunt. So if we can get it done this weekend, we're really doing something. So I got a tag, Brian's got a tag. We'll see what we can get out there after. Drove the mule out here, got through all the flooding, which was nice that we didn't have to bring the truck down the rough terrain because everything's washed out. So we got up super early. We're going to sneak way back in the woods where I know they used to roost, and we'll just sit down and see if we can locate some birds this morning, and with any luck they'll be roosted pretty close and maybe we can call one in. So we thought we heard one bird early this morning, way off. So we've been hiking, and you can see it's a wet mess everywhere. But we gotten pretty close. We heard them a few hundred yards up here. Got the wind blowing in our face, pretty windy. Hoping we can kind of sneak up on them and get set up kind of close, but we have officially heard a gobble in Arkansas for this season. We were having to book it through the thick woods. We found a fence line up here. We saw a bird way on the end. There's some turkeys gobbling in the woods on the other side of the fence on another property, but it sounds like they're coming this way. We're gonna sneak up here, see if we can't coax one over to our side and shoot him in the face. Yep.
Is he coming?
Yep, he's talking to us. He's talking to me.
Dude, he's coming. Holy Toledo Batman. They're gonna be straight down there. I can hear him drumming. There's one right there. There he's out. There's this strutter. Where? Oh yeah, it's a tongue. That's a tongue. Break off, come on. Hey, can you get these on film? I hope you can get them on film. They're strutting and everything up there.
Been sat up here for about 30 minutes or so. Got the scoot and shoot. Got a couple of hand decoys out in front of us. And then just past that, about 5 yards, is a property line. We've had turkeys gobbling their heads off. Up here in this corner, it's on another person's property. We got an intersection. What we're basically trying to do is get those birds to work back to this property. I have a feeling that they hunted, or that they roosted on this property. That's what they've done in the past. I imagine that's what they did this morning. And then they cast down, that kind of go up in this big flat timber. No, there he is there. They'll circle around. So he's talking to us. I think he's got hens right now. What we're trying to do is call him down, hopefully get down this bottom. We got a big clearing on the edge of this fence, about 10 yards wide, goes for the whole length of the fence. Turkeys love to travel it. There's a couple there, and we're hoping to get up in here, cross the fence. Won't take the shot until they cross the fence, but we're getting close. We really want to kill a turkey. That was my boot.
I bet it was.
That was my boot. Don't let him fool you. He had the Hardee's. Alright, well here's what we're kind of going against. You can see how green it is back behind me. It shows you the difference of what burning your property can actually do. If you pan over and look right here, got a lot of sage grass, a lot of thick cover. It's wet. The turkeys just are not wanting to be in this stuff. So even if we've got turkeys roosting over here, which we do, they're coming over here, they're wanting to get in this green stuff, and they're wanting to feed around, dry out, and so we got everything stacked against us here today, but we're going to try to get it done. So we're just around looking for fresh sign right now. We had rain last night, so any sign that we see is fresh sign, and it's going to hopefully get us closer to their roost and where they're kind of using an area. So we're going to continue riding the mule around, see what kind of sign we see, and see if we can find some turkeys. Off we go. Tall in here, actually.
And the horn.
You like a ride?
Where's the horn?
Right here.
Really? Wow. Really?
Yeah. We have to show you fishing and get picked up in the I'm gonna call this the Huntin, because the Cadillac of hunting vehicle, so it's the Huntin. Here we go.
There's my catch.
Nothing.
Oh.
Little 10-point maybe.
Yeah. Looks like it's maybe, I don't know. Might be this last year, might be a year old. Nice though.
Yeah.
Huh.
White gold. Oh, I seen it was white.
Back out to the only like true roost I think we found. This is where we had that close encounter about 80 yards out with the tom earlier today. So the way we're setting up here is we got a double set of trees right here. You can see there. with a tree out in front. So we're just going to use this to make a natural blind. We got a lot of cedars in the area through here. I'm going to go through, got my little saw here, and we're going to cut a bunch of cedars, just make a natural blind, set tight. We got 3.5 hours or so to until sunset. So I think they'll be in here. It's the only place all day that we've seen with new scratchings in it. There's a lot of pretty good trees, as you can tell, for roosting, and that's something that's pretty rare around here. They were hit with an ice storm years ago, and as you can tell, a lot of these trees are either topped out with a lot of small branches up top or just small trees. So they might actually be roosting right here, which would be crazy. It'd be extremely close, but it's going to be nasty tomorrow, so we're trying to get it done today. So there we go. The masterpiece is complete. Actually looks pretty good. We'll be down low. Barely see our heads, if anything. And hopefully, if we got some turkeys coming here real early and stage up in here, we're hidden well enough that we can get by until the big boys move in. So got a couple hens just out here, about 15 yards out in front of us, just to try to get them to circle around in front. But we got a 360-degree area, got a big enough blind set up in here that we can move and resituate if we need to. Well, there goes that evening. There goes our blind. But had a Jake kind of come in semi-early, about an hour and a half before roost time. Dad drove past us with the mule, doesn't know where we're at, so now we're walking out with no birds roosted and dropping temperatures. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Hopefully tomorrow we're gonna get on some birds. It's gonna be cold, it's gonna be windy, but we're gonna be hunting. Guys, until next time, well, comment down below, give a thumbs up, and until next time, have a better than average day.
Won't you take a little ride on down to the hunting ground?